He wants us to first. Okay, so the first step says perform attacks on a web application. So we're using the local, the web dev app, um, web dev apps area. So I was trying to figure out how to do SQL injection, and I think I got to this point of at least doing um, this type of example that they were showing. So
Hmm.
in order to kind of change some of the coding, or at least get a emulate this type of example, I had to find where the document is locally on this machine that's running as this web server. So you would go, let's see, where's the folder? Yeah, I got two of those open. I don't know why I have two. Hmm. Oh, this is the desktop. So the desktop is what you see on the desktop itself, but this is
Right.
where the WinApps is located. So I just copied the index and called it help, and that's the code. And that I didn't change anything there, but their example of what an injection should look like is basically saying, well, we have this page, and then we're going to refer it to another page, but what happens if the referring page is not on the test site itself, but on a different site? So you kind of emulate that here by saying, question, whoops, question mark, and then as you can see, I made some attacks last time. So it's
Hmm.
question mark, and then uh, I think page equals help. So what's that saying is it's supposed to refer to the page that's on there, and then I just push enter, or at least attempt to do an enter. So I'm just gonna do test, and then do it again, and it doesn't give me any errors. So what I did now is that I just use what the uh, the J's example of just inserting I guess a pound 27. Where's my pound? So that's supposed to emulate an injection. Not It's not really an SQL injection, but
Hmm.
so I'm gonna push enter, and that's supposed to be an incorrect token. I'm not sure if that's an actual way to say, oh, you injected something, but we'll do this again. So we're gonna go slash and then page space help. That's supposed to emulate this, but what the other thing that it's supposed to be doing is it's supposed to emulate the ID with the space. So whoops. So ID equals space or submit. I, I'm, I haven't done these type of coding exercises in a while, so it's something to do with the URL being injection. But I,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so I was just trying to remember what Vijay was doing about submitting a space into SQL injection just to emulate it, but I don't know if I'm doing this right as far as the proper coding, or if this is the proper way to inject.
Right,
So
right.
so I'm gonna just go ahead and push enter, or am I supposed to do submit? And it still doesn't go. So that was my attempt of trying to do, I guess, OS code injection, or even I didn't even go into the actual SQL ingestion. This is just code injection. So after do that,
Hmm.
we go to the oh, we have to go to the what do you call it? The 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 sensor, the firewall, or is it a sensor?
I believe it's a sensor, right? From
Right?
Alien Vault.
Yeah, alien vault sensor. And what I thought were my injections, or at least what was being caught, it was actually Komodo reacting to um, what was happening on XAMPP. So I thought that was my injections. Oops. But it's actually Komodo saying, "Oh, there's something wrong with this app," which is the one we're running, the web app dev stuff. And I thought those were the alerts, and so I marked two of them. So that's why the alerts is up to like 300, I think. Oh, never mind. It's
Yeah, it's actually funny. I looked at it before I joined, and it's like, yeah, it's just climbing. I think it was at, yeah, 10,000. No, to just today it was 9,000.
and okay, we can look through all these alerts, but I'm sure I probably did the alerts execution wrong. So so there's a total of 9 assets, but we're trying to drill down in the alerts I made. Wait, there was I think it was the overview of the I think they call it the orchestration area. Here we go. So supposedly there's two rules. I thought I did the HIPSF event. That's catching the XAMP as being a weird app that's supposed to be running. And I thought what the error that popped up the first time was a CFF error. And those are the two rules. Make that 3 rules. No, 2 rules. Oh, even Sam did it. Hold on. Okay, so Sam did the same type of check just to see if it's alright. This is the SQL injection. Remember, I was trying to practice this stuff. So this is the rule, I guess, that was I did. So that's what the rule looks like, and the type of attack, I believe it's mentioned. It's a packet type log alarm. Well, that's the rule. Sorry, it's not the attack. So it's just basically the XMM test that I guess that was being caught, or actually the rule. So I think what Sam did, because he realizes, oh, Alfredo created rules. He created rules too. So he doubled the he doubled the alarms like in the alerts. So it jumped up, and we can review some of the things that he said here in the mail. It says, "This is what security analysts do. Level 1, 2, 3. Level 1, we just investigate alarms. Level 2, or at least part of level 2, we remove the false positives. And then if we see some that are like suspicious, really, really bad activity, then we report it to other teams to investigate." So
So you think he doubled? He think he doubled the rules just so we can suppress them?
I think he doubled the rules. Notice he deleted these.
Oh,
But
okay.
I don't know if he deleted them, but I kept these. So we have to verify if the rules still exist or the alarm still exists. So I think we go to activities and alarms to see what alarms are there. So what Sam did, I think he deleted 2 alarms. The reason why he probably did that, uh, I'm not sure why it was deleted. He probably deleted them so that the alarms don't get too big, and then we have to filter through that stuff. But we need to verify if those alarms were actually deleted or suppressed. So we check for the alarms, and I guess this is the one that was something I created, which I thought was a delivery attack. So it's an associated to what's called an HAF IP event, and that's the file, and that's supposed to be what the target is. And the reason why I realize it's Komodo, it says there. Now it says severity 5, but I'm not sure if that's severity because of Komodo or because we set it as a 5 in this rule. So this is the event based off this alarm. We gotta go back now. So this is the alarm summary, and this is the event. But where are the rules as far as I know? I think it should be under, could be under activities.
I mean, just a full list of the rules.
Yeah, the full list of the rules that was defined. And actually, I think the rule that I probably defined was either, let's see, this is the event. Let's narrow it down to just our server so that we don't get bombarded with other logs for now.
Yeah.
So those are the assets groups. We want the Windows only, which is not showing up.
Windows assets.
Oh, sorry, missed that. Thank you. All right, so I know we're able to define the rule here, but as far as where it's listed as a rule, this is where I'm like, where do I find the rule that I made?
Hmm.
So that's how far I got with the exercises without these instructions. So I guess part of a SOC jobs analyst is, again, um, depending on the level, we investigate alarms, we remove false positives, and escalate to higher levels.
Is it possible that the rules are attached to the events? That we would have to look up the actual event to see the rule?
Okay, so if I click this event and then I set the rule.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean now. Yeah, because you can create the rules for these events, but yeah, but where are they listed at?
Where the rules listed at, yes.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay.
So I'm going to go probably back to dashboard and maybe look through these areas to find where the rules are listed.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see. Let's go to overview. Now the only way I can tell that it was it was being listed properly is the orchestration rules are here, and at least I know these I made.
So,
Oh,
do you
here you
think
go. Here
so?
you go. Here you go.
Yeah,
So it's under executive and rules. There.
cool. Well, there
And
you go.
now, as far as if which ones were I created, I don't think they're listed here. Let's go to
How many
under.
did you?
Go ahead. What was it?
How many did you? No, how many did you create?
I created only 2.
Oh, okay.
So this is, I guess, what a SQL rule looks like,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the injection.
Gotcha.
And Sam created this, I think, yesterday. Yeah.
So
But
then our goal then would be to look at all the alarms from the Windows server and just see like what create rules for each of them.
yeah, we've already somewhat performed the attack,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have to perform other attacks as well, and then look for the events, and then create the alarms for it. That's the basic thing that we're supposed to do: is perform attacks,
Right.
perform these, and then see if we can detect them in alien vault.
So then we can say that at least the SQL injection is done, but we have to run the other attacks, right? From the was it D? What's it called? DVW?
The DVW, which is on our Windows instance, yes.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So we have to run this. The instruction says to go to a website. Wait, where did it go? This one, to run network and system attack tests. So we're gonna test malware on our Windows instance.
Gotcha. That should be fun.
Yeah. Should we just go as far as we can? See where it takes us?
Yeah. You know what? Well, why don't we why don't we? Yeah, if you don't mind, why don't you try just doing another attack, and then we can base
On this?
all the other attacks on that. Yeah.
On this one? Okay. So we don't have
Yeah,
to,
because I remember VJ. I remember VJ saying that from the DVWA, they want us to do the different attacks that are available there.
but not
Like
the.
it's not just sequel.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I think that's the point. We attempt different attacks.
Mm,
We locate them, via the alarms or events,
gotcha.
and then we create the rules for all of them.
Okay.
So there's probably going to be a bunch of screenshots, to be honest.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna go with the brute force first, because I tried to do SEO on there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
Uh-huh.
take this screenshot here. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Where's my OneNote? So attack the machines. This.
Yeah. Unleash the horde.
So the first one we're gonna do, or at least attempt to, is brute force. How you guys coming on?
Yes, sir.
Any questions so far?
Yeah, for I don't know if Rafeh left already, but anybody else on the team?
No questions.
Okay.
Is Tam here? Tam?
She should be.
She dropped in? I minimized my thingy. Alright. So where are we now?
Yeah, you're trying to do the brute force.
Oh, okay.
Let's
So
see.
oh, this is a screenshot. Oh gosh. Alright, I wish they had a manual, but I guess we have to go here. Let me just do this, because it's really hard to read about it when it's inside the window. So, if I
Yeah.
I should have done that last time. But the reason why I kept it inside the instance is so that way we can come back to it when we need it. So, here you go. Emails. There. Oops, there's a dot. Oh, come on, I'm becoming a noob. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna copy paste again. Take the dot out. There we go. Alright, so how do you perform a brute force attack? It just says that's how you do it. Here's an example. We use these tools. Ooh. Oh, that looks Linuxy. Okay. I guess we need a Linux instance. Okay. Well, this is a local Linux instance. Sorry about that, folks. I was trying to revive a really old machine. Anyhow, 32-bit. It's old. So, let's open up a new one. We're gonna go to our cloud-based instance. Was it this one? This one. There we go. Say no. We're in. Uh-oh. Oh, that's version 7.4. I forgot. So I have to open up this one. Yeah, the key that they gave us only works with like 7.4. Yeah, the version I run most of the time is 7.4.
It's older?
Yeah, no, it's older. It's like 0.74. But the one that... Oh, wait a minute. What? Did I pick the right one? Intelligent. It may not be working outside. They probably...
Sometimes when I try to use my saved sessions, I have to re-enter the key.
The key? Really?
Yeah, just try that. Like going to authentication, try re-entering the key.
Okay.
Yeah, after you load it.
Load, and then go here, key off. It's supposed to be the IntelliGents one, right?
I believe so. Yeah, the PPK.
No.
Oh, that's weird.
Let's see if the we have to be inside the instance to do this attack.
I have a feeling, Alfredo, that well, no, that's actually right. Um, because when I'm thinking back to the ethical hacking class, we did this,
Mm-hmm.
but we were using, I guess you can call them packages, like the brute force packages, like especially for like passwords.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a package that you inject basically, and it just goes by itself, uh, trying to come up with all the combinations.
Ah.
But I was basically saying I didn't think you had to go through Linux, but I think you do because when I was doing it, we were actually using Kali Linux, so it
Mm-mm.
makes sense.
Well, it's not complaining so far. I don't know why. I used to be able to log in using my um local putty, but I guess it doesn't work anymore. Anyhow, we're in here. So 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 the packet example that you remember using was Linux based?
Yeah, because we were using Kali Linux, and there's all kinds of like packages and hacking tools on that OS.
Okay, so let's see if we can actually look up Dirt Buster. Oops.
Yeah, and while you're doing that, I'm gonna look up my notes from ethical hacking. I'm sure I can find the DVWA lab that we did.
Shoot.
One second.
My instance is slowing down.
Oh, no worries. Oh wait, I know where it's at.
I don't know if the Komodo dragon is making putty go. Oh, okay, never mind. It's going. All right, so I need, and it's still freezing.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, so we're not even performing attacks. It's just the putty just slowing down on the instance itself.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Credential harvesting. This might be it.
Ah, you can. Is it a link that you can send?
No, it's a video, but I think there's still like instructions. Oh yeah. Hold on, just give me a second. Just give me a second.
Okay.
Because I gotta go through all the labs, but there's PDFs on the steps for the labs, and I
Mm-hmm.
just need to find it, and it'll help us out. Yeah, see, I got Metasploit framework. Kali Linux, it's a monster. Okay. Okay. So
Okay. I don't think eesh. Maybe you have to turn off the web app because my instance is slowing down in terms of anyhow.
it's just too much going on.
Yeah, it is too much going on. App search. It's not
This is all wasp stuff. So let's buffer overflows. No. That's for cracking. No. I have a feeling that these other videos, though, they'll help us with all the other attacks, vulnerabilities. Yeah. So,
Okay, there it is. We have to install it. Sudo apt install dirb.
I forgot how fun this class was. There's a lot of cool stuff here.
Alright, it's installing. Alright, the simplest form to perform is that, so it's, let me just copy paste this. Is it OWASP tools?
It's probably not this class then. It was probably the network security class. Hold on. Frameworks. I don't know. Yeah, it's probably going to be in the network security.
Alright, here we go. Gonna perform the attack, at least. To attempt to.
Do it.
Come on.
Excuse me.
So the web app's running. And the window is here. Oh, need a new window. IP address of the server should be this. And it is. So we're just gonna copy this like so, go back into the instance here, dirb space paste. Yeah, the Linux.
Hey Juan, I think I found the lab that you might be looking for from CIS 195.
Yeah, the network security.
Yeah, it's NetLab 9.
NetLab 9, cool. Thank you. Let me check it out.
CS
Yeah, because I was looking through all the ethical hacking. Let's see.
So they have like the DVWA SQL.
Exactly.
Okay, on like page like 17, I think, or 16.
Okay.
Do you want me to send it, or do you have it?
No, I'm already looking it up. I'm already on the site.
Is it C?
So I still have access to
Was
it.
it 196?
195.
195. Oh, it's network security, not ethical hacking.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, Esther, which one did you say again?
NetLab 9, analyzing types of web application attacks.
Here we go. Cool. Okay.
Oh, check it out, boys and girls. The attack is being performed. I feel like a strip lady.
Destroy.
I feel like a strip lady today. So the first attack that we have attempted is brute force. Let me take a screenshot here. Boop.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm gonna try to send. I'm gonna try to paste the PDF in the chat so you can check it out, Alfredo.
You're gonna put in week 5. You see how it's week 5? The alien involved creating alarms from event attacks. I'm gonna make this big and bold. Attack the machines.
Yeah, this only covers SQL injections and cross-site scripting, but it's still a good reference. Okay, let me download it so I can keep it, and then I'll put it. You want me to put it
Yeah, put
in the
in
shared notes or the
in
shared
this.
notes?
Oh, in the Google Drive. Yeah, that could be better because I don't know how the OneNote will react when another PDF is pasted outside.
Also in the Google. Okay, yeah, I got you.
The Google ones.
Uh, yeah, give me a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have just performed our first attack. Let's go back to see the status of the attack here. And it is found 160 items found and some odd numbers downloaded. Okay, did it download to the file? We don't know. We don't know. This is the first time I'm doing network security in this network security internship. So we're going to take it back to Juan as he figures out what to do next.
I'm gonna upload something to at least help us.
Okay, okay. It's in Google Drive, right?
No, I'm still downloading the PDF. Sorry, I was trying to find it. Here we go. Okay. No, wait a minute. Open link, save link as.
Just to let you know, I learned this stuff in like between 2002 and 2007. We didn't have virtual machines back then. We had the real.
Oh wow.
We had the real stuff. They had maybe I think we had two computers,
Mhm.
a server and a Linux computer, and a router that we could learn how to use a router. And
Mhm.
when we were doing network security, I was like pinging every IP address on the network just to generate traffic. And I thought, oh,
Right.
I'm learning how to be secure, but no. And all it was doing was just generating a lot of noise, and it was basically pointing to me like, oh, it's Alfredo again. Let me just block the guy. So yeah,
Um.
so we didn't have the luxury of having virtual machines to learn ethical hacking. We actually had real servers in front of us to do this.
Well, back then too. I mean, or even like 2 years ago. I mean, we would be meeting up face to face.
Right. Okay, here we go.
I can't seem to get the PDF onto my desktop. Like it's not allowing me to download it.
Can you print it?
I don't think so. I only have the option of like opening it as a link. But if I were to do that, you guys wouldn't be able to access it.
No, but can you print it to your desktop though? It doesn't have a print option.
No,
Not even
strange.
not even in the web page to print.
Mm-mm.
Okay, maybe probably screenshot the instructions of one you think that would help with at least not the brute force, but we can do the next attack. Where's the next
Yeah,
attack?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Watch. What I'll actually do is, damn it, I don't know why it's because the PDF is actually on the page itself. Like you can't even open it as in a folder. You know what I mean?
Right.
So let me just I guess the screenshots will have to do. So give me 1 second.
So we performed an attack. We're gonna. Whoops, got signed out here. By the way, folks, just for your viewing pleasure, we're gonna put this thing off to the side here so the folks at home do not see our credentials so that they can log in and do stuff. We're supposed to have
Let's see.
supposed to have fun when we're doing this, right? You having fun, Esther?
From attacking the machines.
Attack the machine. So there's two alarms here. We're just gonna go through the events. I think this was last night.
It's 27. Okay. It's here. Okay, that's one.
So the brute force attack that we were doing, it wasn't showing up. I don't know if the log's been sent, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna. Oh, that's not it. I'll go back to it. I think what it is, too, normally I could log into this the way we would normally do. But I don't know if they changed
Mhm.
I don't know if they changed the rule on here to make it so that it doesn't. Oh, of course. It was the internet. It was
My goodness.
there was just clogs in the internet that made my thingy not work. So we're gonna perform that attack, but instead of it being inside the instance itself, instead of it being in here, because it is kind of choking, I'll
Mhm.
do it outside. So it's slash T. And when I mean outside, I mean on my local desktop and not inside the instance itself of Windows. So
Right.
I'm remoting into the Windows instance directly from my local desktop. And here we go, folks. We're going to perform a second brute force attack, but let's make it even more fun. We'll not just do one, but we'll do a second one.
Brutal. You're mean, Alfredo.
Yes, yes, I am. We want to see some events. Show us those events. Show us those events.
Let's
All right.
see. Here we go. Using Diva WA. Got you. Friend. Back interface. This was 1,000. Okay. Yeah, it looks like no matter what, we were gonna have to do it from Linux.
Who's the best Linux expert around? Is it me or Juan? I see it's Juan. No?
Nah. I know how to research.
That's that's
So
the
it's hard for me to
that
remember it though.
you know what? That's what I do most of the time to learn all this Linux stuff. You're on your way to be a pro Linux user right there.
Heck yeah, man.
All right. So that's the second attack.
All right, being able to Google.
Uh-huh. So this is the second attack. We'll go for the lucky number 3 here, and we'll make this one really big. Well, not big, but we'll sort of create a bash file. Attack. There you
Okay, so I'm gonna just try to.
go. This is so much fun.
Come on.
This is probably the most fun I've had since studying this stuff. I'm actually performing attacks and I'm not getting in trouble for it.
No, I know what you mean. It is pretty cool, dude. Once you start realizing like what exactly you're doing, you're like, oh man, you're just over there being naughty and trying to take these people's stuff. Okay, so I know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna take a bunch of screenshots, like customized screenshots, and I'm just gonna paste it in a Word file,
Okay,
and then I'll upload it.
that's good.
So that's what I'm doing right now. So it's not all clustered. Okay, yeah, that works way better. All right, give me a chance, guys, and then I'm gonna upload it to the Google Drive so you can check it out.
All right. No, did I change it? All right, so we're gonna change that, and I only ran it so it's once. I could have done a for loop, but that would just be too much. So instead of typing that command over and go over again, I created a bash file called attack. So you do /attack. Make sure you do chmod plus x, and then you wait. I put the wrong interpreter. So locate dash which dash. So in order for a bash command to work, you have to put the right interpreter commands. Oops. AI attack. I thought I did it. Oh, I forgot to put the bash. Okay. Is it bin bash? Yeah, okay. So now that I put the proper interpreter there, I should be able to perform the attack. It still says bad interpreter. Okay. Bin.
Okay.
I'll just include bash. There we go. Normally you would just do colon. I'm sorry, pound exclamation point and the location of the binary you installed, but there's something wrong. Not really with the environment, but it's just not working. So if you want to run a bash file and you can't get the first line interpreter to work, you can just create it as an executable, type in bash, and then the name of the file that you've created as a bash file. And the cool thing with the bash file too is that you don't have to do it just a one command. You can stick in a for loop so that you can do the command over and over again without having to type it over and over again. This is just only one. And then if we wanted to do it multiple times, then we'll stick it in a for loop. So right now we're seeing if there's events happening that's considered a brute force, but what it could happen, what it could happen is the logs haven't been forwarded yet, and that's why we're not seeing the events.
Gotcha. Next task. Here we go.
How often does it forward?
That I don't know. The timing should tell you here. So that's 8 a.m., 7 a.m., not 9 a.m. So I think it's every hour. It could be every hour, because I don't see like I only see up to 9 a.m. here. So we may just have to wait an hour. I mean, the value thing has gone up here. Oh, you know what? We're also looking at the other assets as well. It's not just ours. So we'll narrow it down to just Windows. Oops, I really suppressed things bad. Okay, I'm gonna take the no value out, and I want only the Windows assets. Okay, but I only want server 1. Now the CIS point here, and I think that's us. That's one of the events, because it's 9:51. Okay, so that's what we had to do. We had to actually filter out the events so that we can see ours. All right, that's a good screenshot there. We're gonna do this like so, and then right here, paste it into OneNote, and note that once we perform the attacks, once attacks are performed, we must filter down to at least our server 1, and then 2. All right, so now that we have at least some events to investigate because we did some brute force attacking, go back to the brute force here, we should be able to just dig into this event and just verify if it's a brute force or not. Because right now it's listed as a HIPS event. It's I forgot what that stands for. It actually is not our attack. It's still pointing out the XAMPP attack. So what we could do, instead of it being the that particular event, we could probably either suppress this just to weed out, or just not view it. There should also be like either a brute force, or we have to actually find the unknown event. You know what? There's username here says has no value. Let's look. Let's see what this filter says. So the filters that are being applied so far is the source is no value, the Windows assets, and the no name. And create remote thread, create remote thread. This could look like a brute force attack, I think. So let me just note the filters in the event area here. So I'm gonna highlight this, and then just oops. So So we just, what we did was we went from, I guess, all these events here so that we can see the filter here to narrow down to our server and whatever attacks we're performing. And let's copy, let's paste, and just note here that we use the events filter to narrow down event to the brute force attacks. We still have to identify and create a rule of it being a brute force attack. So at least we know that we can do this. We can actually save this report too. So we go save here and save as, and we can say investigating server 1 brute force. Okay, so if we save, and it's actually a report, an event report, not an actually rule, and it's saved here. So instead of clicking those filters again, we could just go to the report like so to try to investigate further if it's a brute force attack.
Cool.
Saving the events report. Alright, so we've saved that. Let's close this. Did I? Oops.
Let me interrupt you real quick, Alfredo.
Yes.
I just wanted to say that I uploaded the Word file to the Google Drive that explains SQL injection and cross-site scripting attacks. Now it's a little in depth because it involves other steps to actually attack and get information, especially the SQL injection. You know, 'cause the whole idea of that is to
access the database. Yes.
Exactly. So it's just going to show you steps like that, but the idea is just to read and do the actual attack. Like you don't have to go any further than that.
Oh, we don't have any.
But it's informative though.
We don't have any SQL database or running.
No, but that's what I mean. All you have to do is just do the attack itself, like because you know how it picked up on your SQL injection.
Oh, right.
Yeah, like we're not looking for actual information. We just need to do the attack itself.
Okay.
And as another reference, I put in the chat. It's a YouTube video by Barrett. He did a video about that lab, and it's very informative.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah, so check that out. Barrett's really good at doing a step-by-step, and showing us how to do all this stuff.
Tam's joined us. Any questions so far, Tam? Any comments? So, should we try to attempt to do the SQL injection still, or?
Well, you already did that one.
I tried, but I don't think I did it. I don't think I did it correctly.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, why not? And then we can that can be the last thing that we do because we're already gonna come up on 10 o'clock.
Okay. Just post it here. Example of SQL injection. Oops. That's good. So let me see. We can go back to the instance again. They actually give examples of what SQL injection was here. And they say to use, I guess, a tool again. I don't know if this is all Yeah, is that all SQL inside of PHP, or is it just all SQL?
Sure.
Okay. So from what I understand, just quickly reading this, we're trying to inject SQL inside an application, and very common ways to inject is using these interfaces. That's a PHP and these others. We only have PHP, but do we even have a database to query? So we need to ask that question. So let me just. We actually have a
No,
MySQL.
but that's
Go ahead.
no, but that's what I mean, Alfredo. Like, I think what's the whole idea is to just implement the attack. Like, if there was a database, yeah, I'm sure we would get something back or not. But I think the idea is to just actually do the attack
Okay. Okay.
on
So
the DVWA so that it can register and be picked up by Alien Vault.
okay. Okay. So I don't know if I have to download one of these, or it's just still an article. There's no like easy tool I mean, the DIRB, those are like a brute force. That was easy, but I guess SQL was more involved because it requires some exploits that you have to do on inside the web browser, right? Is that how it works, or?
Well, from what I saw, let me bring that back up. Damn it. Of course, I closed it. Sorry. From what I could see, all you have to do is, you know what? Actually, I think you're right.
Am I injecting through the web browser URL or some app that?
Um,
Because I mean, they have the. If I go here to the dashboard, which it's up here, it should show the list of attacks that we have available to the.
okay, check this out. So, if we're on the Windows instance, right?
Mhm.
What we would have to do is just we would just have to go to the DVWA
Right
on
here,
site.
right?
Yeah, we just click on. Oh yeah, I don't have your. Hold on, I don't have yours. So I'm sorry. Yeah, we would just go there. You just click on SQL injection.
Mhm.
My file here, and all you would have to do is just type in something, and it'll automatically inject it. So here it says type in the number 0 in the user ID, which is that, and then click submit, and then there's no output. But that would be. Let me see. Attempting is always true. Type in the string below. Okay, hold on, because I think that's just a normal request. Yeah, so here, why don't you try typing? This is funny. Attempt to use always true SQL injection technique by typing the string below into the user field. So let me see. So put 0 and then press submit. And are you able to check the Alien Vault, see if that did something?
I
Like
see.
if it came up as an
I
event?
see the token up there, but as far as finding it on Alien Vault, we have to perform another filter. But we'll go see. Hold on.
Yeah, because if that works, then it's probably just as simple as clicking on the tab, as long as we're in the Windows instance, of course.
Right. I'm gonna do.
Clicking on the tab and just, you know,
I'm gonna do refresh. Still says create remote thread, but oh, you know
nothing came up.
why? Because it's the no value source stuff that I'm doing. So I have to take off some. values. So this might be the no value user. Hopefully we'll
And just
see.
show all of them.
Yeah. And then we look for the injection, right?
Yeah, see, look at the first one, 10:02 a.m., which is literally a minute ago.
It's still Komodo. It's a Komodo log.
Well, is it possible that it's just because Komodo is attached to
Hmm.
the Windows server?
Right.
Is it possible that it's just uh, what you call like a relay race? That they're just passing it to the alien vault.
Uh, I I I don't know the underbelly of the log feature, so I couldn't answer that.
Yeah, I hear you.
Trying to see if there's an event that says inject, but we know we have the brute force. That's the first. I don't even know if we have to do an alert for it, but
Does it say that it's a brute force?
well, you kind of if I look at this report again, which is not working. Oh, because I took out the no asset thing. No name. Um, as far as is it being say it's a brute force attack, it doesn't like spot it as a brute force.
Yeah, it doesn't specify it as a brute
Yeah,
force.
but it says create remote thread. I'm not sure if that means. No, it's still Komodo.
I think it's always supposed to say Komodo because that's the end point, isn't it?
Alien Vault is the endpoint.
Okay.
It's the Komodos is supposed to tell us what viruses and stuff are scanned or what files are on there. The Alien Vault just literally just sends the logs of the
Okay.
machine and what it does.
Yeah, but that's what we mean. Like, it won't specify that it's like a brute force or a sequel. It's just a log
Mm,
from Komodo.
mm.
You know what I mean? Like that's what
Okay.
I meant by that relay thing. Like maybe that's just what it is. Like it's a log. Excuse me. It's a log talking about the event that just happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's up to us to distinguish like which is which.
Got it.
To kind of like classify it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we have to create the rules and suppress the events or create an alarm.
So next step would be creating an alarm.
Yeah, why don't you try clicking on the well, that's the brute force one, right? Create remote thread. Well,
Yeah,
supposedly.
supposedly.
Yeah, I mean, why not just start there and yeah, let's create the rule.
Say create rule, alarm, or filtering.
I think it's alarm. You have to create an alarm.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that's in the. Let me check the instructions. Perform network system attacks, look for events. Yeah, just create an alarm for malicious events,
Okay, so call this brute force.
and then we're going to suppress unwanted events. Okay.
Um, used DVIR. What fields am I supposed to push here?
Actually, I don't. Available fields. I don't remember VJ doing that one.
Okay. I need a field in order to say the rule.
Oh, okay then.
That
What are your options here?
Oh, there's a bunch.
Yeah, there's a lot. How about just that action event one?
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. And still have to do. Oh, there we go. Save the
Oh, you
room.
gotta go to. You have to set the priority too.
A priority? Oh,
Yeah, it's 1 through 100, and if I remember, they put 50 for like medium,
okay.
medium hurt.
Okay. Let's save the rule. Rules created. Alright. Now we create the alarm.
Isn't that what you just did?
No,
Yeah,
we
I thought
created
you created the alarm.
we created the rule.
Oh,
Now we have to create the alarm.
Gotcha.
Let's go to orchestrate just to. Okay, here. So um praise or false. Where's the rule? What's the rule? We said to find the rules under executive and orchestrate.
Yeah, you'd have to go to orchestration. Yeah, and the rules are there.
Okay. This one's blue instead of the others.
Ooh,
That's interesting.
just like your SQL injection. Yeah. See,
Well,
isn't that your alarm for SQL injection?
no, this is Sam's.
Oh, right. All right. Well, I think
Right
we're on the
track.
right path here. Yeah. Create an
This is
alarm.
this is the alarm for SQL injection, and that's I guess the packet filter thing. But
Mhm.
for brute force, it's all this.
Right. Yeah. Oh, okay. I can see now. I see. I guess it's because that's what was used. Just like the SQL injection, they're showing us the code that Sam put into the little bar to
Mm,
create the SQL injection.
right. The thing was, I was generating traffic at a Linux instance trying to log into the WDAP server. The thing here is it doesn't even say it's from the web app. It's just saying that the process and the source are coming from here. It's not even signifying that its web app is there. But yeah, see, that's the thing with the brute force. It doesn't tell you if it's in the log. It's supposed to be a login attempt, but it's a logging attempt to the browser. But
Right, but going back to just what Alien Vault is just about.
it
It just picks up on the events and it just shows you.
it just shows up on the logs. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
okay,
And I think that's the point too. Just understanding what it looks like seeing like, oh, okay, this is a SQL injection attack or this is a cross-site scripting. Just from seeing the code
right.
and then creating the alarm and the and everything else.
So we need to create the alarm now here.
Yeah, just try. Yeah, try. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So
I wasn't sure if you can tie it to that the brute force. Like, can you click it and just see what else you can do?
it doesn't say which alarm to put it on. It's just the rule. So
Gotcha.
you have to select here. Oh,
Alarm rules.
there's an alarm there. So I guess once you create the rule, the alarm is automatic.
hmm
So
But that SQL injection is Sam, right?
yeah, this is Sam's.
Okay, so we would still need to do that one.
So Sam's has some logs going, but we probably need to either generate more traffic or
yeah. I was thinking that maybe we need to do it again. So that now
oh,
that we've identified it and created a role, now they know what to look.
okay. All right,
I don't just
let's I wish I could do the for loop, but we'll just use the three machines. Attack the machines. Okay, so I should have screenshot that. Now that we've created the rule, we're performing the attacks to see if Alien Vault picks up our things.
Yes.
Oops. Oh, I did it again. I forgot to get the screenshot.
Yeah, and for anybody else who's gonna try an attack from the different options, just remember to take your screenshots so we can compile them and send it all to Sam as one email.
Okay. We just forwarded to you?
Yeah, you can just forward to me. Yeah, that's a better idea.
Okay, so and we're doing another with alarm in place. Perform attack. So the attack should be finished. And it should show up here in the activity area. Let's actually go to dashboards and orchestrate and select brute force. See if it actually narrows it down for us. Hey!
There we go.
Wow! Good job, Juan. Appreciate it.
What's good? Yeah.
Yeah, we've attacked the machines. Wow.
Well, that definitely shot our confidence up. So, okay then. So now that we know that works and it actually picks up on the attack, we have to assume that the other attacks and whatever steps we take will also be picked up by Alien Vault.
So we have to first identify the event, then create the rule, and then redo the attack so that it actually looks like it's getting picked up.
Yes, that's actually that's very important. Yeah, very good. I'm gonna write that down.
Shoot. You want me to say those again? We need to first.
I'm sorry?
We need what I said before.
All right. Yeah. So we need to
identify the event, generate the rule to filter the event, perform the attack, so the rule picks it up.
Right. Cool. Super cool. So then brute force is done. We would have to do the other ones, but I do recommend that everybody just try to do each one yourself. I don't mind getting a bunch of screenshots. I'll just cherry pick so that it's just one of each. But I really want everybody to just understand how to do each one and just do it yourself, basically.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, but this is cool. I really like that.
Force attack with rule defined, and now rule picks up attack.
Yeah, this is cool.
All right, that's it. We're gonna end the meeting.
Yeah. Let me pause the recording.
This conference is no longer being recorded.
Okay.